actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Katheryne was acting weird when we met, and...
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
What's going on? Why are you...
It's actually been much...
Oh? Strange.
Time to go.
Let's talk about Dinyarzad first.
After we parted on the last day of the Sumeru's festival, I left this among the countless dreams. I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. That once Dinyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dinyarzad in the end.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
Alright, you two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer
At the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious.
You also heard someone's voice, right? It's...
Yeah! So you do know! We've been wanting to ask...
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps, as you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these...
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day...
Okay, so what does the message...
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned, but I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher it.
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tighnari also said that Irminsul is sick! Is it because of the contaminated consciousness? But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for you was up.
The Traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it. No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Tevat's. To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Katheryne's consciousness.
How did you do that? Poor
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary,
hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So Katheryne is... No. What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self, and at that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is and I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the god of
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity in the Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to, even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange. If the Traveler hadn't... I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything. I think they're deliberately trying to hide...
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited...
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed. You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
Yeah, it's been such a long...
It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared.
Misdirection?
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom, even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped. But with their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. Anyway, by now, even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams. Got it! I hope to be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on this.
Go and get some sleep.
What a relief.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you...
I see. Huh.